Well, hello there, and welcome to tonight's episode of 20 Sides of Failure plays Curse of Strahd. My name is Benny, and I am joined by my wonderful players. Starting in the top corner, we have our ASMR paladin.
Hello. I'm Nurin, and I will be doing the voice of Aurora Rose. Low-key a little tired.
And then, following on from tired, we have our barbarian cleric.
Hi everybody, I'm English Ray. I play the barbarian cleric Amira Cull. Also tired.
Carrying on our trend, we have our Furbolg druid.
Hello everybody, it is your friendly neighborhood Ness, and I play the Furbolg Druid Sonder Elwood, who is also incredibly tired and very worried, but he is here, and he is giving everyone hugs, as per usual.
And the one person who probably isn't as sleepy as the rest of us, we have our rogue.
Now I'm super excited. Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, and I am playing the lovely Serenity, adorable sweetness, quiet and cutthroat.
And last, but certainly by no means least, we have our human artificer.
Hello, I'm Dusky B. I'm playing Jack with his left-hand mechanical man king. Done looking at some leg.
Don't we all just like looking at some leg? But to bring us all up to speed, last session, the party went to visit the infamous witch Baba Lysaga. They wanted to talk to her to see if there was a way that she could help them with their hag problem. Baba admitted that there was nothing that she could do to stop the hag, but she could at least promise them that she wasn't there in that moment. So if they wanted to talk freely, then they could. She also gave the hint of pretending to be asleep to lure her in, and then someone fighting her on the other side. That someone probably being Jack, as the only one that could cross over to the ethereal plane. They returned back to the tower that they'd been using as their base of operations and saw that Van Richten had left with his wagon in tow. The party then spent the rest of that day recuperating, preparing the wolf steaks that they had made for themselves. Oh, you love it when you read a message in chat and it just breaks the flow. I will reply to you later. But you spend the day preparing foods, looking at mechanical legs, doing drawing. And we left it just before going to bed that next evening. So, my question to the group is, are you going to go along with the plan of pretending to be asleep so that you can trap this hag? Or are you just going to actually go to sleep and move on to the next day?
Well, if we're in the tower, no magic can really get through, so she can't bother Amira, right? So there's no point in trying to nab her if we can't do anything about it.
Because we'd all have to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a bit kind of suspicious.
Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Jack's actually going to sleep tonight.
Sonder is kind of waiting for everybody to settle down, make sure that everybody's okay before he goes to bed himself.
Okay, so from the... Go on.
I was gonna say, I guess we're all sleeping in the tower tonight then?
So in that case, you can all take your long rest.
Yay.
That hit point decrease still there?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
But you at least were able to sleep. Regain anything you lost. I will very quickly click the long rest on save sheet so that we're all on the same bit. So, the question now becomes, what's the plan?
I would like
Well-
to go and talk to Jack. Like, what are you doing?
If it's the morning, Jack's just gonna be getting up, making sure King's all right on the outside because we just have to be kind of sitting outside, 5 feet away, and not be inert again.
He's gonna kind of nonchalant, like, walk over towards you, and like kind of like sway back and forth. Like she's like, "Good morning."
Morning. Sleep well?
Ah, you know, some awful dreams. What were you up last night before you went to bed?
Whole lot. Well, yeah.
No, you didn't like have leg day or anything.
I did take a look at gosh, the name is. Why does this name always
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda's leg? Yeah.
You touched your leg and you don't even remember her name.
You remember her name? Esmeralda.
Mm.
I did more than just take a look at her.
Oh, you did do
than just
more.
take a look at her.
You did more.
Yeah, I took it apart. So I have to break it down to space components.
Did you? How?
Wait, is that something you were interested in as well? You could have joined.
No, I prefer to do that kind of stuff by myself, alone with just the individual. But you know, if you want to spread it out to the world for all to see, that's fine. It's fine. Pretend like this never happened. It's fine. You enjoy the rest of your morning. I'm gonna you be you.
Hey, is everyone okay?
It's fine. I'll leave.
I will say
I come back.
for the
Go ahead.
I was going to say I will say for the sake of context that Esmeralda didn't join you in the tower to sleep. She went back out to her own caravan and stayed there for the night.
I walk back. What are we doing today?
Daily heading over to that abandoned castle place for Sonda. Take a look into whomever gifted him that spear. If you can.
What are we waiting for?
Ideally, everyone to get up.
Oh, okay.
Did I do something wrong?
Nope, we're fine.
It doesn't sound like we're fine.
What's wrong with you then? Why aren't you fine?
Do you,
What, you're telling me how I feel now?
I'm not saying.
You want to touch
that
my
you-
leg and tell me how I feel? Take me apart and say what's inside me?
I'm not a doctor, so particularly no, unless you're saying you have a prosthesis.
She just blinks at you. Is everyone? She just yells out.
Did you just shout to wake everybody up?
Yep.
Immediately, bolt upright. Whoa, whoa!
No, literally, Sonder just kind of like stumbles a little bit over Amira, kind of falls on his ass, immediately stands back up, like pushing his hair out of his face, like, what is happening?
Jackson, we need to leave. Let's go.
So, everyone's alright, nobody's hurt.
Oh, yeah, everyone's great.
Are you okay?
Why does everyone keep asking me that?
Primarily, the tone you're using is
What
kind of
tone?
like.
I'm not using a tone. You're a tone.
Because yes, they have filed for divorce twice, but didn't actually do it. Didn't actually get the
I whispered to Sonda.
after two previous divorce filings. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Sonder kind of just like is smoothing his hair like away from his face as he kind of just bends down. I have no idea what's happening. I'll try to figure it out though.
Okay. Oh, who had the talking stick? Because that needs to go back to Serenity.
I already gave it back last time.
I was gonna
Okay,
say,
great.
she just kind of holds it like, yep, we got it, we're ready, let's move, let's go. Chop, chop.
So, where exactly are we going?
I don't know, Jack said, we're just following him.
That castle place you're talking about? With the undead?
Yep, Castle Place, we
That's
all
the
know.
old- They might have books about.
Oh, Argid Vosthold? Is that where
Yeah.
we're going?
That'd be it.
Okay. Not that I'm not excited about it, but I was told that it's probably going to be guarded by skeletons. So we're going to be dealing with undead, and things of that nature. And it's also like an old wizard tower, so I probably expect a bunch of traps to be there. So just everybody be on your guard, please.
I can help with the traps, but we have to be there for me to help with the traps.
I can help with the undead.
But neither of us can help with either of that because we're still here.
Well, if we're all so eager, then I guess we should get going.
Oh, brilliant idea.
Sonder kind of just gives Serenity, like, a concerned glance. Like, with an eyebrow raised. And he's kind of, like, in the back of his mind, like, he's gonna make sure that they're in the back of the group so he can talk to her and make sure that she's okay.
Fair enough.
Serenity, did I cook the meat wrong for you? Is
No,
that what
the meat
you?
was
I understand
delicious.
like a. Oh, okay.
Where'd you get that from?
We killed wolves. I
Yeah,
skinned them.
No. I know where you get the meat from. Where'd you get the idea that I didn't like it from?
Usually, if people haven't had breakfast, or if the breakfast is bad, they can be a little crabby.
Are you calling me crabby?
No.
I am fit as a butterfly. It's a beautiful morning. I just would like to, we're just, oh, it's such a good time. Legs and all, just ripping them off in front of everyone. Let's go! She just slowly starts walking, but it's like a stopping.
I'm not going to pretend that I know what's going on, but we'll figure it out. Sandra will follow after her and just kind of like keep a little bit of an eye on her and just waiting for everyone to disperse a little bit.
I'll head on out. Sandra,
Hmm?
I'm gonna need you for directions, but
Oh, right, yes. Sandra pulls out the hand-drawn map. Over here, is where Van Richten said that it would be.
make sure we get Esmeralda to be following us as well, if she's alright in her caravan.
Considering we all are a team now, we have some new people. He says it a little excitedly. Absolutely. Make sure that everybody's all right first before we head out. Sandra is going to head over to the caravan, and just gently knock on the door.
Okay. There's the best way I can put it is like a noise of acknowledgement. It's too muffled for you to figure out if it's a word or not. Mm-hmm. But like there's noise coming from the other side of the door that at least is like someone's knocking, and kind of pulling herself out so that she's now like half in, half out, with a hand rested on like the driver's bench. Esmeralda's like leaning out of the caravan, and in fairness, she looks like almost ready to go. Her hair is still pulled back behind the same red bit of cloth and bandana and beads. The only difference is she's not wearing her big billowing like red leather coat, and instead the arms of her, like, the best way I can describe it is like a pirate shirt, where it's very billowy, white cotton. The sleeves have been cinched so that it comes to like an elasticated point around her wrist.
So it's a poet's shirt?
It's a poet's shirt, yeah. But she's specifically folded up the sleeves so they're now like resting at a comfortable point, like just above the elbow. And she leans out, arm propped up on the bench. So, good morning.
Good morning, says it with a very big smile.
And to be fair, she gives everyone a very genuine smile back. So, what is the plan?
Apparently today we are going to go up to Argynvosthold, and look for some information, about a chieftain that used to be here.
Going to the history for the history. I will literally be a minute. I just need to grab my coat.
Take as much time as you need. We'll be here.
You are fine, Sandra. And she, like, does, like, a half, like, goes down into, like, a push-up, but then uses the momentum of her elbow to, like, push herself back into the caravan.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear a bit of rummaging, there's a little bit of a clanking, and then very much, like, a minute later is there. Full coat. All the scabbards have been reattached. And she appears ready to go.
Just gives her a nod with a smile, And like as they're kind of walking, he'll ask, "Do you have any more information about the castle by chance? I know that um it's supposed to be guarded by skeletons, and it's very old and possibly magical in nature. But that's kind of all the information that I have right now."
In fairness, Sander, I think you have about as much information as I do. I know that it's a feature of Barovia. It's been there, I think, since before Strahd. Like, it was a castle where people lived before Strahd arrived here.
That is also the information that I got. So at least we're all on the same page.
Very much so. But yes, the only thing I might be able to add, other than what you already know, is that it has a lot of links to dragons. In the sense that the people that used to live there, I think they either worship dragons or used a dragon as their symbol. I'm not entirely sure on that one.
Interesting. I really do hope they have a bit more information. I've never seen a dragon face to face, but I have definitely heard about them, and I know a little bit about them, but not like an incredible amount. My section in my book is very small about them, unfortunately. But anyways, let's go. And he just kind of like awkwardly cuts himself off with a little bit of an embarrassed smile.
She smiles up at you and reaches up, admittedly the best that she can. Still can't fully reach the top of your head, but she does essentially put a grip around like the back of your skull and give it like a very vigorous scritching.
I love that.
It's very much the thing of like, you're still a good boy.
Oh my god, 100%. He will definitely like bend down a little bit, and kind of lean into her hand and give a very embarrassed but soft chuckle. Thank you. I do enjoy head pats and ear scritches, just like everybody else. So, I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Looking at the embarrassed smile on your face, she has like a little chuckle to herself, and there's no other way I can really describe it other than like a really low, bassy chuckle. Like it's lower than you think it should be when hearing like her normal voice, but it's also natural. It's almost like a more of a private, secretive thing. But she turns away and just begins heading towards the bridge that connects you to the outside world. Can't go anywhere without crossing that first.
It's now or never.
So, Sonna, with your improvised map, you would actually know that it's quicker to go right and head southward rather than bending west back towards the crossroads. So, following those directions, you veer to the right, following the path down, and then almost walking up the valley. breaking through the trees and walking to a stone outcropping that is above anything else. As you're walking up this road, everyone, you'd be able to see almost a surrounding view where you can see almost the entirety of Barovia.
Damn.
And it's here, if I can find the description, because it has a very specific bit. Where's this bitch gone? Don't give me Cress, give me Argenvostold. There we go. So, you begin walking up this almost mountainside. And it's an imposing sight in front of you. High above the river below, juts this promontory, which is essentially just a rocky outcropping, upon which looms a mansion. Its turrets capped with fairy tale-like cones, and its towers lined with sculptured battlements. A third of the structure has collapsed, as has part of the roof, but the rest appears intact. A dark, octagonal tower rises above the surrounding architecture. Out of the fog comes a distant peal of thunder, quickly accompanied by the howling of wolves in the woods below. But the house stands silent, seeming like a fossilized remains of some long-dead thing smote upon the mountainside. As you begin to come to the end of the path, you've essentially walked up to... Best way I can describe it is almost like those circle driveways that you get for certain mansions, where in the centre there's a statue that appears to look like a dragon sitting on top of a 10-foot by 10-foot block of stone. The pathway leads off to your right and heads to another building not connected to the mansion, but that also looks like it's been wrecked by something. The front door to this place is in front of you. You just have to go around the statue to get there.
Can I roll anything to see if anything to do with dragons and Barovia, like, click starts anything in the old memory box?
I will let you do a nature check if you wish.
Okay.
Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Anyone can do a nature check to try and figure out what type of dragon is on the box. You, because you are from Barovia, can do a history check to be like, what does this link to the history of this place?
I would like to do that one.
Okay.
For some reason, my forge is now nowhere to be found, so just loading that up, sorry.
No, you're all good. Take your time.
History.
So we've got a 10 from Jack. I will say, Jack, that the way that this has been sculpted, it doesn't appear to be like a whelp. This definitely is at the very least an adult dragon.
Fair enough.
Sonder. Because of the specific features that it has, the frill that goes down from its forehead to its spine, the way that it has almost like fish-like fins coming off the side, the way the horns sit, this is meant to represent a silver dragon, Amira. It makes sense that the paladins that used to live here would have a statue of a dragon outside their home. Since the paladin order that used to live here was, if anything, called the Order of the Dragon.
Yeah, Mira will look at it and just rather loudly just. Well, I guess it makes sense. The paladins who used to live here. Order of the Dragon.
The question is the dragon still here? Was there actually a dragon here? Hope it's still alive.
I know they worshipped a dragon, but do I know if the dragon may or may not still be alive, or...
You didn't roll high enough on the history.
Okay. Well, they had a dragon they used to worship. I don't know if it ever died or was just one that they worship, but you know, like gods, like technically they're like living, but they're not like on the mortal realm. So I didn't know if it was like that kind of situation.
Just hope we can make a friend today. If, well, was undead here. Probably not going to be here. If it's still around. And not in Strahd's dungeon. Come across a dragon, we're going to try and make an allies with it.
Did Sonder tell everybody what kind of dragon it was? Or is that information he kept to himself?
That was information that he so far has kept to himself, but if he wants to share it, he is more than welcome to.
I would like to share the information because I have no idea what just happened.
So, now everyone knows that Sonder believes that this dragon is a silk dragon.
Oh shit. Okay.
Do we know anything about silver dragons?
That is then a separate nature check. (18, 17). Any more rolls from anyone else? (11 from Aurora). Are you rolling, Jack, or are you leaving it to everyone else?
I was leaving it to everyone else. I
All
don't
right.
care if this thing's going to be friendly or hostile. If we can make an ally with it against Strahd, I'm happy.
So, Aurora, with your knowledge, you would know the very basics that when it comes to dragon lore, if anything is metallic, then it's usually on the good side of the alignment scale. So if they worshipped silver dragons, then you get the idea that they're probably good paladins. And then Amira and Sonder. Silver dragons were known to be the scholars of the dragon world. They liked collecting information about things. They liked collecting, rather than the traditional dragon hoard of gold and gems, which, don't get me wrong, they took those too. They would quite happily accept knowledge or personal things that led them to a greater understanding. Sonder, just pushing it with the 18. When I say that they're scholars, I mean they're anthropologists.
Okay.
They really care about learning about the intricacies of humanoid life. They want to understand why people do the things that they do.
Interesting. Okay.
But if anything, that helps the two of you figure more on the side of, okay, yeah, paladins that worship a dragon who specializes in knowledge. Probably good people.
Definitely didn't forcibly take that knowledge, so we're good.
In case we didn't say, like, I do give the information that I have over.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I don't know about the anthropology part, but
Oh yeah, Sonder would absolutely go, like, off of Amira's comment and just be like, yes, from my knowledge, from my studies at least, they're very much anthropologists. They were very interested in learning about humans and human culture and why they did things. So presumably, that's why this is here.
so everybody smiles and be polite in case there's a dragon inside.
If
Well,
they're... Go ahead.
if they're alive, yes. If they're undead, probably not.
I don't think if there were dragons here, they're probably not alive. Especially with the Mr. Big Man in the castle. I think they might have clashed ideologically. So if there were dragons here, there aren't any more now. Obviously, I could be wrong. It's more just a hunch and kind of extrapolating on that. But I am open to whatever happens.
It won't be on God. On what we're going to be getting ourselves into. Gonna start heading around the statue and on to the front door.
Mm.
Make sure we trap for traps.
The dragon has been placed and carved in a way that it's actually facing the front door. So as you move to go past it, you almost feel the eyes following you as you walk up to the front door. Jack, are you testing the door? Are you just standing at the front? What are you doing?
At the front, just gonna take a quick glance over to make sure there's no like hidden wires attached to this thing, and this thing is gonna be stable to open.
Well, feel free to
Looking for
do.
traps.
I believe it's intelligence to just look for traps.
Not an investigation, just intelligence.
Oh yeah, it is an investigation. Go for it. Look for traps.
Fantastic.
I don't know if you heard me, but I said aid.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, I'll roll another.
Heyo!
Okay then, with a roll. damn, of 29. Almost
But
perfect.
not 20.
That is a natural 20.
Damn, okay. So, you would be able to see, Jack, that as you move up to this front door, there is a set of flagstone steps that are flanked by stone railings that climb up about 10 feet to a pair of tall wooden doors. And as you move up the stairs, you can see that one of those flagstones is uneven. And giving it a better look, you can see that it is a pressure plate.
I will relay that to everyone.
Do you want me to disarm that?
Can. That'd be appreciated. Very much so.
Well, I don't know why you were going first. That's what I kind of said I would do. I'll like as nonchalantly as possible, but like kind of like push him out of the way a little bit, kind of like step into him to the side. I'll go ahead and I'll attempt to disarm it.
Make a check with your thieves' tools.
I shall. $26.
So, Serenity. The room, or the trap that you're looking at, it is actually. So, what you see is something beyond your capabilities in the sense that this is magical. It is a simple trick in the sense of as long as you don't step on that specific flagstone, you okay.
Apparently some asshole made this magical and I actually can't disarm it, but just don't step on it. I can't remember. Is the door locked or do we check the door traps out into the thing?
But you don't worry about checking the traps. The door is just the flagstone that he noticed.
Okay. Are we ready to enter? Do you want me to go first? This out?
I think we could all go in. I don't want you going in alone.
Fine, I don't want to go. You can go in first, that's fine.
I never said I had to go in first. I'm alright with you taking the lead if you want to. Just, you go in alone.
I got hence,
Right, we won't worry about them coming after them. I appreciate that, rather than, I mean, yeah, sounds great.
We'll all be heading in. Serenity, if you want to take point, if you want to take the lead, that'd be appreciated.
Or I'll take the lead. Do you mind giving me like a few moment bursts to make sure everything? Like to 29 self room.
Okay, so
On
She's
vanish.
stealthy as.
so
If I
essentially,
get a nat 20 with my perception, I would see you.
Only with the 20.
Yeah.
so what you would be able to see, well, for everyone else, Serenity slips through the door, closes it behind her because it is unlocked, so you are able to just walk in. As soon as she is past that threshold, you can't hear anything, and you have no idea where she is.
Did I not just say I was gonna protect her? I can't. It's ready. Go.
You just hear a
So you can see past the windows in this. It's like it's straight from the outside into this open space. The best way I can describe it is it almost feels like a king's tomb. There's a staircase that leads up to stone balconies, up by stone pillars and arches. Whole tapestry depicting Norman similar hangs on above the staircase on it. The access double doors lead this entrance room. Two on either wall to your left and right, and two on either side of the staircase. Along the walls, sitting on all pedestals, are three alabaster busts of handsome men, and the pedestals have been knocked over, and remains strewn across the floor. Two shadows hang from the ceiling like monstrous black spiders.
Is there more? Can I ask a question?
You can ask a question.
Okay. The fourth stone bust. Well, they're all different individuals, right? Wait, from what told me, look or whatnot, would that fourth bust possibly be like kind of like to the girl?
Potentially, this is what you shift you doing that.
Is the big painting Strahd?
It's something that you have seen before. It's not a picture that you recognise.
Is there?
Don't know.
Don't have any of the stone busts.
No, this picture has some face lights.
I'm gonna open the door slightly. Well, actually, I would check the roof before anybody else in.
Okay, so an investigation check go around the room.
16.
Okay. 16. You are able to tell that as far as you're aware, there are no traps in this room.
I'll go to the door, and I'm going to slowly open it and be like, I don't know if there's traps in here, but watch your step. Come in, stay quiet, don't be yelling after me like that.
I'm sorry, I was worried.
I appreciate that, but this is what I do.
Okay. I'll back off.
No, that's not what... Oh my gosh, we'll talk about this later. She just gestures for y'all to go in.
I just meant I'm happy to, like, help, like, protect you, but I'm also happy to give you your space.
I appreciate it. We're good. Don't worry. We're good. We're good. Darn, whatever. I mean, come in.
Just a quick thing, apparently the audio is, like, going a little crazy.
I mean, apparently it's working. Apparently it's working now. There's not
awesome.
much.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's a buffering latency thing. There's not a lot we can do. We'll just have to hope that things sort itself out. Which, from the sounds of it, they have. So opening the door, you now are all in this open foyer area. You can all see what I just described to Serenity. What you can also all see, now that you're all here, is that something seems to sense your presence. Something begins to react. The shadows in the room begin to swirl and join until a great beast has come together at the top of the stairs.
Damn it.
Whatever it is, it spreads its wings and begins to move across the walls and disappears. You all begin to hear this soft, bestial hiss from the darkness.
Okay. That's a question. I guess, does anybody speak Draconic?
Don't think so. Nope.
Nope.
I can assure you I don't.
Aurora?
Nope.
Sad. Okay.
Saya?
Nope.
No.
Esmeralda?
We're all looking around. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Yeah, she holds up her hands, just being like, that's not my forte.
Okay.
Leave me
Hang
find a
on.
common
I
language.
gotta look at my abilities. Hang on.
Aurora has speak with animals, technically, but I don't know if this counts as an animal.
I don't think dragons are considered animals.
Hey, DM.
Mm-hmm.
I have an ability that I'm going to send you, and I want to know if it would work.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I actually apparently threw it into the chat in Foundry.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can... Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what ability you're on about. So what are you trying to do? Connect with what you saw in the shadow?
Yeah, if I could use that racial ability, I'll do that.
Okay. You reach out and you don't connect with anything.
I don't think there's something there. There's nothing that can speak.
It still might be here, though. Just potentially somewhere else.
It could also be, a how do you say this? You know how people can cast thaumaturgy. They make things happen. Maybe it's something like that, where it is innate magic that we have stumbled upon, and since it doesn't recognize us, it's trying to scare us?
Possible.
From what I know about this place, I don't think this is just gonna be a parlor trick trying to spook us.
Question to the DM.
Potential answer.
I know I usually have to prepare spells, and I have prepared my spells. However, I don't know if this is a thing or not, or if it's like specific to a class or anything. Can I cast the spell that I haven't prepared if it has the ritual tag?
No, that is specific to wizards.
Okay.
Yeah, ritual just means that you don't need to use a spell slot to cast it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up. So I have nothing. Sorry.
That is a specific thing with wizards that they're able to ritual cast spells they do not have prepared, as long as they have their spell book.
I must have read it when I played Bond. That's probably why. Thank you.
You're all good.
Are we staying here or are we moving?
Should get moving.
Okay.
Just, keep your eyes and your ears open for anything, really.
Can I ask you to go look over to Serenity?
Where do you want me to go?
Dealer's choice.
Left.
Okay. There are technically 3 sets of doors on your left. There's one to your literal immediate left. There's one in the corner, and then there's one on the side of the staircase.
Side of the staircase.
Okay. Moving through a set of double doors, you enter a room that appears to be some kind of dining hall. There's a 20-foot long table with sculpted dragons for leg stands in the centre of the hall. The chairs that surround the table have backs carved to resemble folded dragon wings, and several of the chairs have been overturned or smashed to pieces. Suspended above the table is a crystal chandelier that glows with a soft white light. Standing in windowed alcoves are 2 life-size statues depicting knights with dragon wing helms and shields. Rainwater trickles through cracks in the ceiling, flowing down the west hall and adding to a large puddle on the floor. 5 sets of wooden doors lead to this hall. The doors in the northeast corner hang open, and those are the ones that you technically walked through. A pair of leaded glass doors, their panes cracked and broken, stand open between panels of stained glass set into the east wall. These panels depict silver dragons in flight. Beyond the glass door lies a dark, misty room that appears to be a chapel.
Interesting.
Jack's gonna start gravitating over towards the chapel.
Aurora would go with him.
Mm-hmm. Right behind you guys.
Okay. What you see, as I make sure that I've got the right description in front of me, cracked wooden pillars support a wooden, U-shaped balcony that overhangs this stone-walled chapel. Narrow archways lead to spiral staircases that curl up to the balcony, and a door set into the north wall has a wooden beam barring it. At the east end of the chapel rests a stone altar, flanked by iron candelabras. The altar is carved with a rising sun bas-relief. Tall, arching windows set with panels of stained glass decorate the walls. Behind the altar, one of the windows has been shattered, covering the chapel floor with shards of coloured glass and allowing thick fog to enter and fill the room. Through the fog, you see 3 armoured figures kneeling before the altar.
Oh, so we just interrupted somebody's prayer, huh?
The gentlemen don't seem to have noticed you.
Ah, thank God.
For now. You weren't exactly stealthy when you came into this room.
This might be a stupid question, because Barovia only worships like 2 gods. But is this a shrine to the Morning Lord?
You are assuming, since the religious iconography that you can see is very much sun-related.
Okay. So they worshipped him and dragons. Interesting. We should probably give them some space to pray, unless we want to interrupt them.
Don't want to interrupt them, no, but I don't know if these are people or not. Find that out later, though. Come to the chapel and
I will say, Jack, that as you begin to rise,
Fine, everyone.
I will say, Aurora, that for you, the necklace that Hazel gave, it's very much ringing true for what the iconography of that sun behind there.
Okay, I hadn't heard about that actually.
So you start looking things that are slowly. The figures begin to get off their knees, standing to turn towards all of you. And you now can see why they say that this place is haunted. as the figures that are now in front of you are definitely not living anymore. Their faces are sunken, skeletal. There's no meat on them. They're still wearing, like you presume, that they with a little structure to it, planted. You can see in their faces where chunks of meat have been taken. And left so you can see the bone shining underneath. They're still fully armoured and still have their full set of weaponry. And they are not looking at you with any kind of kindness.
Can we at least try to talk to them?
You have a...
Or are they just going?
You have what you think is a very small window. If you're going to do it, now's the time.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we have to... How do we appease ghosts?
I speak infernal, abyssal, elvish, and common. I have no idea here.
Because we can say that, like, oh, sorry to interrupt your prayer, we were just leaving. I don't think that's gonna work. We can act like we were coming to pray here too? Question mark? I don't know if that'll help, but...
I mean, I could bring out that necklace. It's like, hi, we are on your side.
Just here for information, please. I mean, we can definitely try that angle of just like, we're not here to do anything but pray and worship holy ground. I'm sorry.
Your guys' call?
Mm. Yeah, Aurora will bring out the necklace. Just so that they can see it.
Okay. So you now have 3 figures at the end of a 50-foot long chapel. Okay. They're definitely making their way towards you. Other than showing them a necklace, is there anything that anyone is doing?
We should at least, like, try to talk.
I'm gonna spread out from the group just so we're not grouped up, just in case.
Okay then. So what we will do is start placing people. And you can position yourselves, technically, where you wish. There is also a king. And then I will position your new friends. But I can tell you that they are now where the altar is. Oh. Itchy face. Okay. So you have a tiny window now to do something. Aurora has exposed a holy symbol necklace. Is anyone doing anything? Saying anything?
I'm not able to move
Can
my
I-
token.
Jack will try saying some.
Go for it, Jack, while I try to fix what's happening with Serenity's token.
We sorry to Hester, but we're seeking information to help end a blight upon this land. We were in hopes to find some aid here. Assistance.
Do you have it in no movement allowed or free movement in the bottom left corner?
It's in combat, which will probably be why. Free movement, there we go.
There, I just thought of that. I would like to just hide myself behind here and stealth real quick, if possible.
Yeah. Also, here would be Esmeralda.
Oh, there it is. Okay, 26 for stealth.
So it's all definitely like the Morning Lord iconography then.
As far as you can tell.
Can I recall like a prayer to the Morning Lord?
Not your god. You can definitely
I'm
try,
aware it's
but
not my god.
it'd be a very hard religion check.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna bloody work anyway because religion doesn't really want to be nice with me. That's a 17.
Oh, you remember, like, really vague snippets about, like, praising the dawn and wanting prosperity and light and love.
I
You know.
start spouting all this crap. It's clear that I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm like, somebody take the wheel here.
I thought Jack was talking as well.
Oh shit.
No, Jack is talking and just basically being there like, we don't mean any harm. We're just passing through. And then you hear Amira just start, like, almost chanting under her breath, like, trying to just remember anything.
Like,
Dee, you're just really quiet, so I didn't hear a lot of what you said. I'm sorry.
I don't even hear him.
No, I don't either.
I didn't say anything after what was it before.
When you were talking, I heard a little bit of it, but I didn't hear all of it. You're just very quiet, as per usual.
My apologies. I'll try to speak up.
No worries. Alright then.
Jack.
So,
The 3 men, and now you're looking at them, you have at least a better idea of what you're dealing with. They begin to step forward almost in tandem, and you watch as they begin to draw their swords. This
Damn
is
it.
not going in your favour, and I need everyone to start rolling initiative.
Rip.
I also need to roll for Esmeralda. That would be helpful.
Hey.
Wait, where's the initiative button?
Top right.
Yeah, fucking roll.
Like for the new
Yeah,
sheet?
I got it. Nah, I got it. It's fine.
Alright.
Okay, so I guess the question that I will ask before I properly start initiative is there anyone that wishes to control Saya? Because she is technically there with you.
Did I
don't-
not ask anybody?
Not that I'm aware of.
I don't mind, but it's your guys' call if someone would prefer.
Go for it.
I just need access.
Alright then. I will.
Where is Saya? There's Saya. Okay.
Saya, configure ownership.
Seeing
And
that this isn't working.
Did she roll initiative?
I think
No, I gotta roll for her.
you should have thingy for them now.
I do. I'll roll it here. Hang on.
Yeah,
She
so-
has it set to this still. Hold on.
I'm assuming that it's going to be Amira going first. And
Mine
actually, no, it's not.
This is. Yeah.
What is Saya's dex?
Saya's dex
It's
is 17.
Is
Mine's
yours
6.
okay? So if yours is a 16, then that means that Saya is top of the initiative.
Fuck! I just got her sheet. Hold on.
Well, for this round, we'll have Amira go first, but then when it gets to the next turn,
Yeah.
Saya will be the top of the
That's-
initiative.
That's fine. Thank you.
Before all this is about to happen, before we go into initiative, Amira would look to Jackie and be like, "We fighting? Yes, fighting. No fighting."
Am I allowed to respond?
If this is a very quick, as you can see them drawing, yes, but it has to be quick.
From seeing them draw, yes.
Okay.
Can
Amira?
Aurora hide her necklace again, real quick, then?
Yeah, like you hear that, yep, and you put the necklace away.
Okay. Move to here.
Oh, that's. Why is that not changed?
Okay. I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good. I'm gonna choose undead,
Okay.
and I'm going to target myself.
Using strats from fucking last game. I love that.
Do you have holy
Good
water
idea.
or powdered silver or iron?
Oh. No, because I gave you my holy water. Okay, well I guess I can't cast it then. Never fucking
Unless
mind.
Jack just quickly just throws it at you. Here, catch.
Well, I also haven't. Wait, no, didn't I ask? Give me 1 second. No, I think I asked for money to be able to create more holy water, but nobody gave me any money to create more holy water.
So Zazel took all the money.
Thanks, Azazel.
Fucking asshole.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So feel free to give yourself the spell slot back.
Thanks. I will get rid of the concentration thing. 'Cause that's just gonna annoy us. Okay, then yeah, I guess I will just target the middle one and I'll just try to hit.
Go for it.
Okay.
That hits.
Damage. Okay. And go again.
You are noticing a mirror as you slash away with your axe that while you are doing damage and you are hitting, it's not doing as much as you would want it to.
Magical weapons needed, guys!
Is that the end of your turn?
No, bonus action spiritual weapon.
Alright, then place the template.
Yep.
Spiritual weapon hits, roll that damage.
Wow. Minimal damage, but there we are.
Hey, it's something.
Yep. And I don't have any magical weapons. Great, okay. And my turn.
Alright then. Ending your turn, it's now Sayer's turn.
Yeah. What I think... Oh, man. Oh, where's everyone else in the turn order? Okay, we're going to have a bunch of frontline hitters. Esmeralda's gonna frontline hitter, you're not. You are a frontline hitter, you're a frontline hitter, so I feel safe doing this. Go ahead, I want to move my full 30 feet to get to this point here.
And you can do that because you can walk through the stairs.
Indeed I can, and I want to go ahead and I'm wanting to cast Burning Hands. And I can get all wow, I can get all three of them. Beautiful. And I will cast that there and get all three.
Okay, then if you roll the damage, it'll automatically roll their saves. Because you've got them in the marker.
Damage.
At least it should. Okay.
Oh, I privately rolled all of that. My apologies.
No, it's okay. So what it's done is, for some reason, targeted Esmeralda, which is interesting. It's not done any damage to her, though, so what we will do is very quickly do...
Oh, it removed all my targeting. I targeted them originally. My apologies.
No, it's okay. So it's, a dex saving throw?
For Burning Hands, I believe it is a dex saving throw. Give me one moment. I can tell you for sure. Dexterity saving throw. Where's your DC? DC 16.
So we'll roll 3 separate rolls.
They take half if they succeed.
So we've got a fail, a succeed, and a fail.
Oh, horrible damage. 5 damage for the total and 2 for the one that succeeded. So real fucking pitiful. And she, from my understanding, I don't think has this. Give me 1 second. No, that's not what I want. No, I don't want this is spell, quicken spell. No, I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll end my turn there. I can't remove the can I remove the templates?
You
I
should
can! Haha!
Because technically everyone can remove their own templates.
Yes.
Okay, damage has been done to each of them, so it is now Esmeralda's turn. Yeah, she's just going to get right up in their face, because why wouldn't she? We're going to target this guy at the front, and she's going to swing 3 times.
Fuck 'em up, girly pop.
Yeah, that's
Hey, yo!
That's going to hit. Actually, no. Let's do the damage for this first, so that it doesn't throw a hissy fit. Almost minimum, but hey, we take it. So then we go again. That's also going to hit. doing small amounts of damage, but we take it. And then finally with a hand axe in the other hand. That's going to hit. Okay. Her 3 attacks are done. That is everything that she can do. So that's going to be the end of her turn. Serenity. As far as you're aware, they can't see you.
So I totally forgot I had control over it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to target... I need to move up to here to hit him, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will go ahead and I attack. I'm assuming I have advantage, but tell me if I'm wrong.
You do.
Okay. Where? Why? Why is that gone? Hang on.
That
Okay,
hits.
natural 20. Wow, I hit attack again. Ignore that. I fucked up. Misclicked. It's going to be 7 for base. And... $21, so 28 points of magical slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will back up, cutting action, stealth.
Okay.
Buttons work. There we go. There's going to be 25 for stealth and turn.
Aurora.
Okay. Aurora is also going to move all the way up here. She will target this one, and she will hit with her sword. As her sword does count as a magic weapon, thanks to Jack having tinkered on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hit. No, maybe.
Okay, yeah, but 15 does hit. Roll for damage.
Okay. Okay.
You can see on the left, like, if it's green on the bottom, then that means it hits.
Okay. I kind of figured, but also just me being like...
Just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, damage done.
Alright, and second hit, also going on that guy. Ooh.
16 hitting.
For 4 damage.
Hey, it's something, and we take it.
Mm-hmm. That is fair. That is fair. That will be her turn.
Okay, then. It's technically down as King's turn, but we will move on through that to their turn, I believe. Okay. Let me just check on something very quickly before I move on through. Okay. Each of these creatures, you all watch as they begin to heal their wounds. The bits that you did do damage to slowly begin to knit back together.
DM, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Say his spell slots are incorrect. Do you mind if I go GM and fix them?
Sure.
They're missing
Okay.
slots.
The revenants took fire damage, so they shouldn't regain it.
At what point did they take fire damage? Oh, of
Burning
course,
hands
with burning
from
hands. No, they did, and I completely forgot about
That's why I
that.
think I wanted to use that and get up there as quick as I could.
No, that is completely fair. I was thinking radiant, and then I was just there like, wait, now fire. Yeah, no, that's completely true. Okay. That isn't going to do what I want it to do, so if anything, I'm just going to have to do everything practically. In that case, because you attacked them, Saya, they're going to roll to hit for you. Why is it saying that I am you? I am not you, I was target you. That
Everyone wants to be me.
I know. With a two-handed swing, they bring round their short sword, and that is going to hit you, Saya, because that's going to end up being the very least a 16.
16 hits.
Oh, it's a +7, so that is a...
Definitely hits.
19, yeah. So yes, as a reaction, Sentinel is going to trigger, so do your Sentinel attack. Is the one at the top of the line that's attacking.
Yeah, I just moved it.
In between turns, I'm going to fix the damage on the sword. So yep, that is going to hit.
Christ O'Reilly. I'm not rolling well.
Okay. Saya is going to take 10 points of damage on that first swing.
Points of damage, understood. Immediately added, subtracted it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will make sure to change the damage on the sword on their character sheets to fit appropriately. That's going to hit.
Yep, easy.
Doing another 17 points of damage.
17, understood.
Moving down the line, the next undead man is going to target Amira.
Okay.
That is an 18.
Just hits.
Okay. Amira, you take, because you are not raging, 21 points of slashing damage.
Okay. I already used my reaction, so I can't do that. Never mind.
And then the second strike is a natural 2. So that one's not going to hit. Third one is going to attack Aurora, but that is going to be 12 for the first hit. That, however, is a 21.
Yep, that gets her.
So you take 9 points of slashing damage. It's very much one or the other with these guys. It's either a lot or just a little scratch. But that is the end of their turn. Sonda.
Yes. Okay. I have 2 options that I can do here. It's probably best to have advantage on these guys. So, Sonder is going to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. Place your token.
And as a bonus action... Is this a bonus action? Is this an action? That's an action. Never mind. Yeah, he's gonna get up close enough.
Okay, so any creature in the area when the spell is cast. So this is everyone.
What are we doing?
You all need... I'm going to need Saya, Esmeralda, Amira, and Aurora to make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
I thought it only affected,
Any creature in the area when the spell is cast.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well,
Does this do anything for me?
Yes.
Okay, so I make mine with advantage.
Mm-hmm. And I need to make one for Esmeralda.
So is it okay, this is a stupid fucking question. This just might be a Baldur's Gate thing, but it does affect your allies then?
Yes.
God fucking
Because
damn
this
it.
is a
Okay.
spell where it specifically says any creature in the area. It's not people that you choose.
Got you. God damn it. Okay.
So Esmeralda succeeded, and that is it. Everyone else failed. So Saya, Mira, and Aurora now have advantage against them.
That
I
was
got a
such
spell.
a fucking waste of a spell slot. I'm sorry, guys. That's my
But does that
bad.
mean we have advantage against the remnants as well?
No, because they failed.
They succeed.
Oh, no, they succeeded, sorry. They succeeded with the
How's
21.
it?
Never mind then.
So it backfired entirely.
Yeah, literally. Okay, that.
Is Fairy Fire concentration?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it immediately.
Okay, then we will take away the
It fucking
template.
sucks.
Hey, it was a good try. I liked it, but
I'm just a little guy.
Appreciate the sentiment, not the execution.
I tried. Okay.
Just going to move it off to the side so it's not immediately in everyone's way.
Yeah. God damn it. Okay. I'll delete that after. And I don't really have a bonus action that's not a spell besides Wild Shape, and there's so much fucking happening over here already. I can't get in that. So I guess I will just provide support for now. And maybe not make everybody have advantage next time. But wow, haha, end my turn.
Of course. Jack, it is your turn.
Yeah. What is their armor made out of?
It's hard to explain in the sense of it is metallic, but it is so torn to rags that it's essentially barely any protection.
But it is metallic.
That it is.
Beautiful. That's what I want to hear. Do I do that? That's bad armor, though. Screw it. No, we won't do that this turn. Take an aim. Throw in some cards. Do sharpshooter.
Okay. That's gonna hit. Doing 19 points of damage to the man.
One more. Beautiful.
It's so annoying how close to 20s you were on both of those hits.
Rolling a 1 on your dice gives you a 17 damage roll, and this is why sharpshooter is needed.
Yeah, it's nice.
Alright then.
Those are both my shots. So, bonus action. I'm just gonna move King.
Oh, it might need to be... If I say that it's your turn...
Yeah. 10, 15, 20. She could move to there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, why not? Give King the command to attack. Might
why'd
as
you have
well.
to go there?
Why did I have to go there?
Yeah. Fine.
That's gonna hit.
Alrighty. That's my go.
Okay, back up to the top of the initiative. Say it or Mary, you can go first. I'll let you fight.
I'm ready if you're good.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. I will go ahead. I'm going to cast Burning Hands again.
Mm-hmm.
And I think oh, I won't get him. Perfect. Oh, hold on before it. Fuck. How do I cancel this shit? I haven't played. Spellcaster in a minute. I haven't played a fucking. No, what happened? How do I target multiple? I know it's T, but is it Shift and T? There it is. Got it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's Shift T.
All right, cancel that one. Discard previous. That's what I want. There we go. Okay, so now I can do this. I can target all three. I don't know if I'll make a roll, but I'll hit the damage and see.
Yeah, I've got it set up so essentially they should roll
Max
once.
damage.
That's done. Beautiful, and it's auto-applied it. This is why we... Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful. So they all take fire damage. Two failed 18, and the one took 9. That's sexiest thing I've ever seen. And then I'm going to go ahead and use sorcery points. I'm going to do 2 for quicken spell. And I'm going to... Well, I'm sorry. I meant to use 2 for that spell. I'm sorry. You killed him.
I accidentally clicked on things when I shouldn't have, so let's give them back some health.
Since you give it back health, can I revert using the quicken spell for the burning hands like I meant to?
Sure.
Alright, awesome. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my action to use Shocking Grasp on the one in front of me. It's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
Is he wearing metal armor? I can't remember what you said. I'm sorry. Please.
I believe... Let me check this thing.
Please.
You said chainmail, but it had been like ripped and...
That's still metal armor.
I'll allow it.
Alright, I have advantage then.
Natural 20.
Thank you. Critical damage on the Shocking Grasp. That's a sexy amount of damage.
Oh,
another 18 points of
and
damage.
That does knock him down.
Beautiful. Yeah. He wasn't supposed to have reactions, but whatever. I'm going to then use my movement. Can I be like under the stairwell, like right there?
Yeah.
Pushed up against it? Or do you want me like right there? What do you
want?
No,
because it's a spiral staircase, so I'll say that you can crouch down under there.
Alrighty, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, Esmeralda, seeing you down that one, is now going to turn her attention to the next one. Yes.
I go before Esmeralda, but after
No,
Saya.
you do. It's because for some reason we've got you on that turn order, so yes,
here,
go.
I'm gonna go fix that real fast so it's not as confusing.
Okay. I'm just gonna smack the guy in front of me again as best as I can. That's a 2.
And that is not gonna hit. That, however, will.
Oh my Christ, alright. Oh, fuck, right. I should have raged first, but oh well. Yeah, bonus action rage. And I love that because, spiritual weapon is not a concentration.
But it is a bonus action to do.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm still ticking it off as though, like, the turns have gone down. It will just stay there. It won't do anything right now, but...
Completely fair. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Done my actions and my bonus actions. I could... Can I walk through to stand here? No, actually I'm not, because she's got firepower. Screw that. Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay where I am. Sorry, I was trying to think of a way to get Sonder in here, but if Say's gonna keep coming back with the fire,
yeah,
I'm not gonna put myself in the way of it. I'm sorry.
Okay. In fairness, seeing the path of fire that Saya has been using, especially now since there's only 2 of them, Esmeralda is going to move through. Oh, like, doesn't even care. She just stands on the dead body and like tramples over it. And then goes to target the one below her.
You do flanking, right?
Nope,
No.
No.
never
I'm the
have.
only one who does.
I'm sorry.
We had this conversation last time too. I love it.
We have this every single fight because
It's
I cannot
great.
remember who does and doesn't. I'm so sorry.
It's
I need
just
to write
me.
down in my notes like eggs doesn't do flanking.
Only my ass does.
I mean, your ass does many things.
I do. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait, different conversation another time.
A natural 20 on the worst one, but it's fine. We take it.
Buddy.
Okay, damage done. She just becomes like, the best way of describing it is this whirling dervish of just like slash, hack, slash, just spinning and prodding and trying to get in all where all the vital organs would be if this person was still living. And she's hacking away and doing damage. Serenity.
So they're both still alive right now, right?
They are, yeah.
Okay, I'll attack at the top one. That's say a sheet. Where the fuck did my sheet go? There it is. And same thing as always. Oh, I rolled advantage. I'm sorry, was I stealth or no?
You were, so it's fine.
Okay, cool. Damage, normal. Would like to have a crit on my 5 damage. And sneak. He'll pitiful 20 magical little slashing damage. Enter. Oh, I meant to stealth back up.
That is fine, so
I
we just
can't
move
move.
that.
Thank you. I'm just trying to go too fast and misclicking.
So then roll stealth, and then Aurora, it's your turn.
Damn, 15.
Okay, so Aurora is going to hit at the top one again.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely the worst looking of the both.
Mm-hmm.
That one hits.
Here we go. And second verse, same as the first.
And it also smacks true.
Yay. 4 more damage.
It's something.
She will help
We
Nickel
take
and-
it.
Yup, she'll help nickel and dime this guy to death.
Okay.
And yep, that's her go.
Is it going to skip through? No, it's not. Beautiful. This is when it's going to be there like, it won't do it because they're dead. But oh well, we're going to try. Okay. This is the one that doesn't have it. I didn't do it for all of them. Oh, I am saddened. In that case, then it's all just going to have to be manual, but that is fine. Yeah, Amira, that's going to be a 24.
Yeah, it hits.
Doing 19 points of slashing damage to you.
So that halves because I'm now raging.
Yes, so 19 becomes 9.
Okay.
And then that second attack doesn't hit. So then we move on to Aurora. That's going to be a 17 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
I believe.
Oh, well, if the 17 misses, the natural 4 definitely will.
Just a bit.
So 2 swings going over your shoulder, you dodging and blocking with your shield. Sonda.
All right. Yeah. I am going to target the one in front of Amira and cast Heat Metal.
Okay. Da-da-da-da. Okay. Any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage. So roll that 2d8 and we'll give him the fire damage. Okay.
6.
-6. Okay, he's definitely taking the damage.
Woot. Okay. And I can't, because I can't do 2 spells in 1 turn. Okay. I want to see how close I can get. Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. Not for this turn, but for next turn. I'm gonna move up right behind Amira. And unfortunately have to end my turn there.
It's still something. Jack.
Yeah, I will take aim once again. Through 2 more quads. Seemed to be pretty effective last time. I feel so bad for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Max damage. And we'll throw 1 more card.
That one misses.
That one misses. Fair enough.
The luck of the card's not quite with you.
It was there for the first one, which I was happy for. Bonus action. Move King back down. And he will trigger an attack of opportunity if they so want to take it.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, then pop King next to it so we can target him. Oh, actually, no, because I'm going to have to do it manually anyway. You might as well just put King wherever you're going to put him. And then...
Alrighty.
That's going to miss with an 11.
Fair enough. He's going to take his punch. And this guy.
Oh, Sentinel.
I'll let you. Go on.
Sorry.
Because it's still within
The
the
middle
same
one, right?
action bit. Yeah. Sentinel hits.
Yep. It's not letting me do the damage, but okay. Alright, yeah, because I'm sorry. What is the...
I was going to say, just roll with advantage if you have to. There we go.
11, which will, I guess, become a 5.
He did take the damage at the very least. And that does hit. Poor guy getting punched in the face.
And that would be my go.
Okay, back up to the top of the initiative. Saya.
Alright, they're near death. We still might have a fight after this, so let's play smart, shall we? We're going to... Why am I... Oh, that's why I'm having an issue. Wrong box. We are just going to do a cantrip as I feel pretty confident with you guys. And we'll do Mind Sliver.
Mm-hmm. So again, if you roll the damage, whoever you're targeting will then do a saving throw.
I'm just trying to find the button. Succeeded, failed,
Fail.
nothing. Fail.
So
Beautiful.
they took the damage, and I need to subtract a d4 from their next saving throw.
Yep, and I will end my turn there. I don't want to be wasting too much right now.
Mm-hmm. So, Amira.
I'ma hit it.
I'ma smack it.
Oh, okay.
The power of bonk.
Yeah, it just, feels kind of fucking useless on this guy who's about to die. But sure.
Both ends of the dice.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move to here. So Sandra can now get in if he wants to.
Thank you.
Smack this guy. That was so close to an 18, but whatever. Okay. And then I guess spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But a bonus action.
That is something I need to check, actually.
I don't want to place another template.
That definitely hits.
So that's 8.
Doing that a little bit of damage.
Yeah. Action, bonus action. Yep. Done my movement. And
Okay, yeah. I was just checking to make sure you could actually use your spiritual weapon while you were raging, and you can. It's one of the few spells that actually circumvents all the ball. We go again. We do damage to the man. We spin. We stab. We poke at
Fucking
where
kill him.
the liver would be. We take a hatchet and we slam it into his collarbone. That he bats away. Serenity.
Yes. Okay, so now it's just the one. Did 15 get me stealth or no?
As far as you're aware, they seem to be a little bit more preoccupied with the people around them.
I'm asking because I'm going to attack regardless. I just want to make sure if I should roll the advantage or not.
You can roll with advantage.
Yeah. Can I have a 20, please? Nope, that's fine. I didn't want one.
You just need to multi-class into, what is it, champion fighter?
Fighter champion, yeah. Barely, minimum for the dagger. Oh, pitiful. 17 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will go back and cutting action, stealth, and turn.
Okay.
With a 29.
Aurora.
Okay. Aurora will bonk on this guy.
She gonna smack him. And it's gonna hit.
And let's bonk again.
And that's gonna hit. LeBonk.
Gonna keep nickel and diming. It'll help.
We take
Does
all
something.
the little bits that we can get.
Yeah. There's her go.
Okay. The first turn that either of these creatures have not been hit with any fire or radiant. The one that's on the floor rises.
Ah, damn it.
He is no longer prone. So he uses his movement to stand up. There's not really much free movement in terms of what they can do. So this guy here is going to target Esmeralda. Don't know why I'm bothering to target since I need to roll it on manually anyway. That might hit. as I very quickly check her armor class. It would hit, but she is going to use shield. So now her AC is a 22, so that is not going to hit.
Blade Singers, man.
That 15 then becomes a 22, so that is going to hit, but only just. Doing...
Have I used Sentinel down already?
No.
Can I?
Yeah. Oh, what happened? They vanished, and I don't know what health they were on. That's great. Well, he was there. Oh, hello. Everything vanished on my screen, so I started dragging tokens out. There we go, get rid of that. So yeah, feel free to target the middle, quote unquote, the middle guy, and you can do your sentinel. That is 23. Decent chunk of damage out of her side, but the 25 does hit. Ah, you're apparently targeting the lower one and not the top one. So I need to give...
clicked the middle one.
Did you click the T?
Yeah, it's doing the arrow zooming in thing on the middle one.
Oh, for some reason it took the damage away from the bottom one, which is very interesting. What's his health? Yeah, so the 11 takes him back down. Okay, so then that moves onto this guy, who, again, Amira, you're making yourself a target, so he's going to target you.
I also kind of hate to be that person as well, but my weapons are magical.
I'm aware.
Or is it because it's Sentinel?
I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
So that first one is definitely going to hit you. So that is going to be halved because you're raging. So that is 8 points of damage to you.
Okay.
But that is the end of their turn. So now, Sander, it's yours.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, okay. I am not going to move at all and just pull out the spear.
Okay.
Pull out the fucking spear, let's go. 20-foot range.
Oh, so you're just throwing it?
Wait, is it... Okay, hold
that
on.
20 to 60 is if you're throwing it.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't have... Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna move up to stab, because I'm not throwing this. We go. Boom.
That's gonna hit.
16 damage.
No, that is 16 to hit.
Don't listen to me. That's a fucking 1. Dad. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Bonus action. Healing word. Where is it? Hmm?
Say bonus action tier.
Yeah, bonus action tier indeed. Healing word. There it is. Amira, you get healing. Get healed, idiot. 1. Why am I... so many 1s? Oh my god.
Hey, it's something, and we take it. Get him, Jack.
Alrighty. Last one, let's go. First card.
Just doing a casual 20 damage with the playing card, as you do.
Doing good at rolling 14s, which is really nice.
So close to falling to the floor, just holding on to that last breath.
King, just take him out. Just
Get
take
him,
down.
King.
You got this, King. Ooh.
King has
still
it.
hits.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck him up.
Did that not do it? Okay, there we go.
That's my go. That's an action, bonus action.
And that was King's go. Saya?
They're all dead.
Fire.
They're all on the
Gotta
floor?
light him on fire.
Oh, you need that. Fuck. Oh man, to waste a spell for that.
Are we in the ability to free speech or not?
Nope.
Okay.
Scheisse. Let me check her inventory because she doesn't have firebolt. Like, I'm not fucking using a scorching ray or a fire. Like, I'm not wasting. Do you have torches?
She should.
10.
If she, depending on which pack she's chosen.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I don't see it.
Unless she just didn't pick a pack.
A backpack. Oh, hang on. No shit. I thought it just specifies backpack and a mess kit and tinderbox. Okay. Better. I'm going to hold my turn for a mind sliver because that's all I can do.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do a cantrip. Oh, yeah, no. Okay, so first, cancel my rage as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will cast Word of Radiance. And I'm assuming, because they are down, they can't make a Constitution saving throw.
I will need to reread the thing for unconscious. Because I think they still can. But I'm not entirely sure.
I thought they did.
Yeah, because I know that they automatically fail deck saves because they're on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm now looking up unconscious just to be like, what does it do? It's incapacitated, can't move, speak, drops as prone, automatically fails strength and deck saving throws. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Okay, so no, I still need to roll deck saves for them.
Wonderful.
Con save, sorry. So, con save 1. Con save 2.
Bro!
They
They
both
both passed.
succeed.
Fuck me. Right. I should have just gone with a Sacred Flame because that was the dex, but I was trying to hit two birds with one stone. But that was my bonus action, right?
No, that is an action to cast
No,
Word of
that was my
Radiance.
action, yeah, did a stupid. Done my action and my bonus action. However, I can attack twice, but I can't do a spell twice, is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a cantrip.
Yeah, so you're done. Because that is your spell for the turn.
Alice is the one that does the cantrip or the spell first.
No, but what I'm saying... Oh, it wasn't even a bloody attack, was it, either? Because it was a
No.
saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Right, okay, I should have thought more, and I didn't. Yeah, sorry.
No worries. So, I'm now going to look through Esmeralda's gonna take a couple of steps away. And then she's gonna cast Firebolt.
Hey.
That's gonna hit. So she does fire damage to the middle one. And the body begins to burn. But that is all that she can do for her turn. So Serenity, it's now yours.
Alright. Get that sheet.
So the
You
only
are
one that hasn't been burnt is the bottom one.
Bit fun. And then do I have? No, I have a bomb as another character, but not this one. Do I actually not? Interesting. I don't have fire as Serenity. I don't have torches either. I have a hooded lantern I could use, but I feel like that's also a waste. I'll just hold a thrown dagger attack because I can't help. So I'll just throw that. I'll ready that action.
Okay. Aurora.
Speaking of torches, Aurora does actually have some torches. Can she light one from the burning guy and chuck it onto the one that's not burning?
Unfortunately not, because the way that Firebolt works is that you're hit with fire, but you're not actually set on fire.
Okay.
So you would need to then get out a tinderbox and light this light, and that's going to take more than an action.
Yep, that is fair. Well, I'll still get out the torches, like a kind of a general to the room of like, can anybody light this? And that's my go.
Okay. On their turn, this one regenerates. And again, Amira, you're the one causing the problems. So it's going to aim for
Yes,
you.
I am.
Well, you're the one that's doing a lot of damage, but also have radiance on you. They're smart enough to know where to go. That, however, is a natural one.
Yourself.
He is going to hurt himself.
Yay!
Depending on what he rolls. Yeah, he just knocks himself back out. A beautiful turn. This is when the dice are showing you what they want. Go on, Sander.
Okay, so I'm going to take some steps back. And the bottom one is the one that hasn't been hit with fire, right?
Mm-hmm. It's the only one that got back up.
Okay. I'm going to cast Produce Flame
Okay.
and chuck it. $17, so I do the damage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why it's making me roll a con save.
Did you target the one at the bottom?
Yes.
I
had the little T on it.
Yeah, there we go. Apply. For some reason,
Because
it thought
off
that
there.
you were targeted, so it did the damage to you. Just check that you haven't taken 10 damage.
I have taken 10 damage.
So you need to give yourself that back.
Cool. It has done the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And just for flavor, as soon as the fire is away from Sonder, he immediately takes another step back.
And I think it's safe to say that, Jack, do you have any fire or radiance to throw at these men?
I do not.
So I'm just going to not take away your turn from you, but I'm assuming Amira is going to hit them. Esmeralda will hit whoever you don't hit. Aurora will light the torch and get it. So by the time that another turn passes, they won't have been able to regenerate. And it's at that point that their body slumps. They begin to almost sink into themselves and create like a little hollow in their chest. They don't stir. And you're able to breathe a little easier.
Are we still in combat?
No, you're not.
As soon as everybody is, as soon as all of the enemies are down, Sonder immediately pulls his shirt up to cover his nose, and he turns away from the bodies and moves farther away, making sure his back is turned.
Amira's gonna go over and check to see if Sonder's okay.
I would say that especially Aurora, Saya, and Serenity, you would watch as Esmeralda, with the practiced stoicism of a woman who has probably done this before, goes over to each of the dead bodies and just begins preparing them, decapitating them. She takes a very sharp wooden stake and begins to pierce their brains and where their heart would be. She essentially does a very practiced and diligent job of completely disemboweling these creatures so they will never be able to come back.
Aurora would say a prayer over each of them, like, for who they were and the whole, like, may your soul find peace now.
Do you say that last bit out loud? Like, may your soul find peace now?
Oh gosh. Technically, yes. She would not be trying to say it very loudly, though, if that counts at all.
Okay. Just mumbling to yourself, that's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are the rest of you doing? I'd say that King quite naturally comes over to be by Jack's side, waiting for the next instruction.
Is there anything on this table over here, the stone?
It is an altar. There isn't really anything on it in the sense of any kind of anything of worth. It's probably already been sacked by whoever came through here before you. Could you please make a religion check for me?
Sure. Not gonna be good, but I can make it. Where the hell is religion? There it is. Oh, I was so close to be at 20, and now it's a 3.
Yeah, there are a couple of things left, and there is also the windows behind the altar, but you genuinely have no idea what's going on here.
Yeah, figures.
However, you do, as part of your look up, and you can actually see that you're assuming that tower that you saw from the outside just goes up and up and up and up here from the base of the chapel.
Oh. rest of you then.
When she is done with the little prayer she was doing, Aurora will be kind of looking over that window.
Feel free to make a religion check. Okay. Just based on the room's iconography and the orientation of the room, you can guess that this chapel is dedicated to a god of the dawn. Or of the sun, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you're really able to grab for definite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, she'll just kind of keep staring at it, mostly just kind of memorizing like the pains and everything of just like this is familiar and I want to be able to remember this later. Burning it into her memory.
So for everyone's reference, as they're looking at this map, the double doors on the far left side, they lead back to the dining room. So if you were to head through there, you would get back to the dining hall. There is another small door up above a mirror, and right now it is blocked with a heavy wooden bar from this side of the door. But that is the only two ways that you can really see in and out of this room, unless you wanted to go up the stairs.
Jack's gonna start climbing the stairs.
Okay. The room mirrors itself on either side, Jack. So, going up one set of stairs would lead you to essentially just the other side of the room for there. And you're now stood on the balcony, overlooking the chapel. The wooden balcony overhangs the mansion's chapel. An exquisitely carved wooden throne sits off to the side between two doors, and narrow archways lead to spiral staircases going up and down. So you can go back down to the chapel, or you can keep climbing up. Hanging from the high ceiling is an iron chandelier with candle holders shaped like tiny silver dragons. So there is another two doors now that lead you to what you're assuming is the first floor.
Call back down to everyone. Do we want to keep climbing?
In a second. You go ahead. We'll catch up.
Serenity will follow, say you'll stay.
King Rose is
Aurora
still
would-
down
Aurora would follow.
Okay, so just for my own reference, I'm going to separate you out into two groups. So we have Serenity following, Saya is going to stay, Sonda and Amira are downstairs. I think what Esmeralda is going to do is kind of do like a half and half, where she's going to walk part way up the stairs, but then kind of wait and hover so she can see like both groups of people. Sonda, you would feel someone hovering over your shoulder. Or at least hovering by it, should I say.
He kind of like cracks an eye open. one hand is kind of like covering his mouth as his ears are bent downwards, and the other is clutched tightly to his shirt, and both of them are shaking violently.
You're okay. You're safe. We're all alive. You're okay. You're safe. We're all alive. And a mirror will kind of rub one of our hands up and down his back gently, trying to soothe him. Just they're gone. They're not coming back. Can I see your hand?
He kind of like blearily blinks his eyes. And he will almost like on autopilot, very mechanically unclench the hand in his shirt and hold it out to Amira.
Amira will very gently put one of her hands below his and the other one on top. So it's kind of like sandwiched, but very gently. And Amira's hands are cooler than his. So it's almost like her hands are trying to like cool his down.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're fine. Nothing's hurt. Your hand's all good. See? And like she keeps moving her top hand, kind of like, you know when you like put the back of your fingers on somebody's hand and then like the front of your fingers. I'm trying to basically kind of like you're almost like flipping your hand over and over, but it's done slowly. So you
Mm-hmm.
can get like the cold from both sides of her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just to kind of spread over his. And also like applying the pressure and then like taking the pressure off.
Mm-hmm.
So see? There's no fire. Your hands are good. And she's doing it very kind of like slowly and purposefully so that he can see that like nothing is happening and that like he is safe and that the danger's gone.
He kind of just watches her intently. Um he's definitely still shaken up. And Amira would feel his tail kind of wrapping around her fin. And at one point, he kind of just like squeezes his hand so he catches her hand and kind of just holds it very tightly for a moment before letting it go. I'm okay. I'm okay. I just the smell. Um, I'm fine.
She pulls out one of like the wolf meat rations. It's like, why don't you give this a smell?
I'm all right. I have mint in my components
That would
pouch.
be probably a nicer thing to smell. It was about oil or flat or meat. I didn't know which one you would prefer. I
Um,
went with meat.
I appreciate it. He kind of smiles a little bit. I don't want to say it's forced, but it's definitely like lopsided and a bit wobbly. Um, and he just very quickly grabs some mint from his components, and he kind of folds a leaf over and quickly chews it in like the very back of his molars. Just so it's a bit crushed up and the oil is released. And he kind of cups his hand in front of his nose and his mouth, and he breathes out through his mouth and takes a deep breath in through his nose, so he can only smell the mint coming out. You should, go, stand with the others. I'm fine. I just, I just need a moment.
I'll leave if you want me to. But I'll also stay if you need that more.
He kind of contemplates that for a little bit. And he kind of he would lower his hand from his face, and reach out towards her. Is it alright if I give you a hug?
Yeah. Like, our hands are already, like, going up to hug.
He definitely, when he usually hugs Amira, it's very much like he gets down more on her level. Either he gets on his knees or he crouches down, so they're a bit more leveled out. He just fully, like, with strength you wouldn't expect him to possess, just fully pulls Amira into a, like, bone-crushing hug. Like, with his hand kind of on the back of her head, and one kind of spanning across her back as he kind of curls around her a little bit, with his head, or with his nose kind of pressed into her hair.
She's holding him back with the same, if not a tiny bit more force to apply pressure. So we're all okay. We actually all worked really well there.
We're a pretty good team when it comes down to it.
Yeah, it's just the talking part we're not great at.
Language is prone to misunderstanding and things being lost in translation. It happens.
Mhm. We'll figure it out eventually.
She feels him kind of just nod into her hair. And as they talk, the shaking steadily calms down.
Her hair
Where
probably still smell of henna too, so that's like a lot of scent as well.
definitely. I would say it only takes a minute or two for the shaking to calm down enough to where it's mostly just in his hands. And it's not like super noticeable. But he'll kind of let go and put his hands kind of on Amir's shoulders and just give her a very thankful smile.
She pulls out her water skin. It's like, cup your hands together.
His smile gets a little bit more back to normal. A little bit of a genuine quirk in the side of his lip as he cups his hands.
She pours some water into his hands. Goes, there, now you can wash your hands of this whole deal.
He kind of just blinks. I don't have any soap.
It's more a metaphorical thing.
Oh, well, thank you for letting me wash my hands.
I could ask Aurora. She might have soap.
It's okay. Thank you, though.
It's okay.
He'll kind of just, like, awkwardly, like, open his fingers so some of the water slips through, and he'll kind of just, like, shake it off of his hands.
So sort of thing as well, like, if there's water on his hands, there can't be fire either.
Very smart. He, unwinds his tail from Amira and kind of just, like, coughs awkwardly in a fist, looking down at the floor. We should meet up with the others. Splitting the group isn't a good idea.
If you're ready.
He gives her a nod, and a nervous smile.
She'll just take his hand again. Okay. Say it! We're going up!
She'll follow.
Jack, you're gonna have to call King! He doesn't listen to me!
Jack, let's see how far away you are and whether you're actually able to hear Amira say that. So, you made your way up to the balcony at the very least, above them in the chapel. How much further are you going to go? Do you want to go up another flight of stairs, or do you want to go through the doors by either side of the throne?
Go up another flight of stairs. My main goal is to see what all's above us first, before we branch out in the lower floors.
Okay. You go up. What you feel is another flight of stairs. And as you continue to head up, okay, you're met with the top of the staircase being not blocked, but at the very least covered by a doorway.
Let's see if it's locked or not.
As far as you're aware, It's not. Do you
As long
open?
as it's not. Yeah.
Okay. As you keep going up the staircase, and you keep going as far as you can, it essentially opens up into a small, empty little room that looks down upon the chapel. It seems to be somewhere that potentially nobility could have stood to still join in the service but not be seen by the common folk. It doesn't actually lead anywhere else. This is a dead end.
Glad to make sure there's nothing up here. But seeing that, sure, give it a small nod. His way back on down then.
Mm-hmm. Make your way back down to the balcony. Is there anything else or anywhere else that you wish to go?
I want to check out those doors by the throne-esque thing.
Mm-hmm. So, you go through the door and you're met with... The best way I can describe it is the bottom of a horseshoe-shaped corridor. So you're at the base, and there is a corridor that branches off to your left and up, and off to your right and up.
He's starting to branch out. He will start to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want him to break too far away from the group.
Mm-hmm. In that case, then I will say that you do hear Amira saying, "Jack, we're on the way up." If you want to grab weapons, Amira, you can do. They are just three long swords.
Okay.
But you can have them. Easy enough done.
I will take them.
Yeah, what we call King then? Get King with us as well.
Alright then. Everyone makes their way up to this horseshoe branch. Now, for a better description, now that you're all there. There are two doors technically opposite you, but the walls of this horseshoe have essentially made like two small triangular rooms, and its doors are set off at an angle that's like 45 degrees off of you. And then they seem to curve round to the left and to the right, and it's up to you which way you go.
What are you feeling, Serenity?
I mean, you took lead. I feel like you're the one who has to choose at this point. I can check the traps, though, whenever we're going. Where
Which way are you going, party? Left or right?
So
what
we
I-
should go to the right.
All right. You want me to check for traps?
Ideally.
Right. $22 for investigation.
Okay. As you begin to make your way down this hallway, you don't notice any traps. If anything, it seems,
Too easy.
well, abandoned is probably the best way of putting it.
I'll relay that.
From that jackal. He's way down the hall.
Aurora follows in the back.
Okay. Moving around the corner, as I said, there is now a door coming up on your left. As you make your way round, you see that you're actually coming up on the top of that original staircase. To your right, there is a red velvet curtain that hangs in front of an alcove in the northeast corner as you're passing it. You give it a brief look over, and you don't believe it to be trapped.
I'll relay that.
There was one room that we passed up on this floor.
There are many rooms that you've passed on this floor, because as you come around the corner, you see that you're now at the top of that original staircase that you saw in the foyer.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Just start a thorough search, I guess. Turn back around. Start opening up doors one by one.
Sandra would help too, just with searching for any useful information.
I will aid Sunder if he's searching.
Okay. Well, now here comes the difference, because I need to know which doors you're opening. Because that's the whole thing of this. Could also be trapped. Very true. So, the best way that I can describe this layout, and I'll actually bring you off of this map and back onto the home screen so I can do a little bit of an illustration for you. It's going to move all of you off the picture for now. So, the top. There we go, drawing tools. So, we have the foyer here. At the top of the staircase. No, I want you to... Let me draw within the square, you bitch. Nope, not gonna let me. Okay. So, foyer. We then have a staircase leading up. Is there just a freehand? Yeah, there is. So, there's a staircase coming up there. Staircase coming off there. And they go round, but also go round like that. You, if I was going to use Saya as an example, excuse me, Saya, if you could move for a second, there we go. You were here, coming off the throne room. You've now made your way round the corner, and you're now looking down at the foyer. There's also another set of rooms and another set of hallways going that way and that way. So if you want to double back and search, you can do, but there's a couple of rooms you've missed. There's a door here, there's a door here, and then there is the hallways down on either side, and there's also the doors that you didn't open going through the foyer, because you went all the way straight to the back and didn't go looking at any of the side doors.
Yes.
So where are we starting?
First doors, we're going to check if those two doors that we just passed up in the hallway, the curved hallway.
Okay, so we're
And
going
then,
back round.
Yeah. After that, there's the barred door that we passed up in the chapel. So we start with those ones, and we'll make our way back to the foyer.
Okay. So we'll do these ones first, because I believe, yeah, we have the time to do these. So, they are... Okay, you open up the first one that you come across, and it appears to be some kind of storage room. Rainwater seeps through cracks in the ceiling and flows into a pool on a sagging wooden floor. The pool fills about half the room, with bare stone shelves lining the walls. It looks like this room has been thoroughly looted. But you're more than welcome to explore in it if you wish.
Are there any books on the shelves, or have those all been taken too?
Well, the stones, the shelves are bare. There's nothing on the shelves.
Sag.
Is there anything in the pool of water?
Not that you can immediately see, but you are welcome to go in and check it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Jack, how much do you weigh?
Uh-oh.
Good question. Equipment's about 140 some. So let's do biography. So I'd say total with gear. At 280.
Okay. Jack, you hear the floor underneath you begin to creak and to groan. The floor underneath you just completely gives way and cracks.
Is there any chance that we can grab him before he falls?
Yeah.
You can definitely try to make... What would this be? Just a general strength check to pull him back.
Are we doing that together or separately?
Separately, because it's not like you can help one another. You're both having the instinctual moment of reaching out and grabbing.
And it's an ability?
No, it's just strength check.
Yeah, that's what. Sorry, I meant to say, is it a check or a save? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, just ability check. This isn't a saving throw for you.
15?
8.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So, Amira, you miss him completely. You, Sonda, managed to grab hold of him, but there is still some inertia there. I'm going to need you just to make another strength saving throw for me. Actually, no. Yeah, this is still a strength saving throw.
Oh, that's a 9.
Okay. Both of you now begin to fall.
Great. Okay.
Oh,
How
great.
much time do we have before we hit the floor?
It's going to be pretty much instant, unless you've got something you can do as a reaction.
I was just gonna curl around Jack, so I took most of the damage.
Okay.
Is Sayer in the room with them?
No, Saya never entered the room.
Bollocks. Okay. There's nothing I can do to try and grab him, is there?
You've already tried and failed.
Yeah.
I've got healing spells. Don't worry. I'm just gonna
No.
curl around Jack as much as I possibly can, so I take most of the brunt.
Okay. So, because you're going to be taking most of the brunt, Sonder, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mm.
Jack, you're going to take half of that. So you're going to take 3. And you both land back in the dining hall. You found the section that links to the other. It's just a little bit painful that it happened to be through the floor. Or should I say the ceiling now.
Thanks, Sonder. Sorry about that.
He kind of just like coughs a little bit at the dust in the wood splinters kind of like floating in the air. Anytime. Just be more careful.
What would give away?
Just looks up at Amira. We're okay. We're okay.
Okay.
We'll be right back up there. We'll check out the next room next.
Okay.
Get up and brush Sonder off first.
He just kind of pulls Jack into a quick hug and just, please don't scare me like that.
Sorry for scaring you.
It's okay, just be a little bit more careful, especially if there's water damage.
Yeah, cool. Put the same wrap back up.
Following right behind you.
It's easy enough to get back up to where you were, as it's just going back through the double doors that you know leads back to the foyer, and then heading up the stairs that lead up to the next level.
Next door.
Next door. You open it up, and it is a bathroom. The room contains an iron tub and has wood panelling on the walls that rises to the height of 3 feet. Above the panelling, the walls are painted with a continuous, faded mural of a mountainscape.
Ooh. Do we recognize the mountainscape?
You don't know. It's not one that you're particularly familiar with. It's beautiful, though. Ooh, nature check.
15?
From what you can remember, you think this is one of the mountain ranges in Barovia, but you can't tell the difference between the three, because there's the three main mountain ranges. And it's too difficult. Yeah, it's too difficult for you to pick out the small, like, minute details to figure out which one's which.
It's definitely a mountain range here. I just don't know which one.
It's beautiful. Whoever the artist was spent a lot of time doing this. Very lovingly. Sonder kind of like very gently runs his fingers along the paint in a little bit of awe.
At least we know there's been beauty in this place before. That means hopefully there can be beauty here again.
Sonder definitely nods at that. It means that hopefully we're in the right place. That maybe we'll get something out of this other than a couple of bruises and, fighting undead.
Well, we won't know until we continue on. This is definitely a room I'm glad to have seen.
Sonder definitely nods. Is there anything else besides the mural in here?
A bathtub.
Lovely. Okay. Then yeah. Sonder will kind of just give the mural one more look before moving on.
Okay. So, which way round the horseshoe are we walking?
I believe it was over here.
Okay. So, what you can see down the hallway is, if you were treating this like a T-junction, there is a hallway that leads past the stairs and off to the left. But it seems to be part of the room that was broken a decent bit ago.
Mm-hmm.
As you can just see an entire section of the wall just open to the elements.
Yeah, I don't think it's safe if we go in there. Technically, I could be smaller, but I don't want to waste magic, especially if I don't have to. Yeah, if there's nothing like standing out, no books, no nothing left, just kind of an empty, gaping hole.
Well,
then
there are
guess.
doorways, and there are rooms that you could potentially go into. You just can't see what's on the other side of the door from where you're stood on that balcony.
Can we see where the floor is waterlogged? Like, are there, like, stains so we know to step around there, give that, like, a really wide berth?
When there is pools of water, you can see it, but at the moment, there's nothing here.
Okay. I guess tentatively step forward, like testing the ground a little bit with a foot before moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll head to the first door available.
So there are 2 doors. One on the left, one on the right.
Let's go left first.
Okay. So you open up the left-hand door. And what you see is a room that used to be a bedroom. There's still a fireplace that is connected to the wall, and you can see where the flume continues up and out of, technically, the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And there's probably about 30 feet of, like, square footage on the floor. And then it falls away to what has been taken away from the right-hand side of this mansion.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few bits of furniture that you can see from the doorway that have either seen better days or are just completely broken. Do you step inside? Because you can only see certain bits of it from the doorway.
Yeah, Sandra will very cautiously step forward.
Okay. Your heart is immediately in your mouth as you hear the floorboards creak under your feet.
Yeah, nope, immediately scrambling backwards. I'm not doing this shit again.
Your feet do stand the pressure, though. The floor doesn't give way under you.
At least that's good. Okay.
I will say, though, Zonda, with your very brief step into the room, because you have a high enough passive perception, what you do notice is that the part of the room that had been that had fallen away, that there was no longer a roof, there was no longer a side to the manor, so it was just exposed to the open elements. It seemed that that portion had been slightly reclaimed by nature.
Okay.
As you could see, there were spider webs.
Okay. Yeah, this might actually be... Question, how... This might be a little bit too much, but how much weight do you think the floorboards would be able to hold?
From the very brief, tentative step that you put on them before you ran away with the creaking, it was able to hold your weight.
Okay.
You need to do a proper
not yet.
testing.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Deep breath and stepping fully in. Holding breath. Please don't fall.
floor holds your weight, it just creaks and groans. But it doesn't seem to bend or warp.
Full sigh of relief. Okay. Now we can actually look through the room.
Where is everyone else while Sonder is doing this do-si-do back and forth?
Watching him.
Yeah, but where? You just
Jack's in the hall.
in the hallway?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Just for my own thoughts and reference.
Jack's not walking through another doorway right now.
King will say it's
Can't do one
back
too many
there.
floors.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Okay, so you see Sonder go in. You see that he doesn't fall through the floor. Do you follow him? Or do you stay in the hallway?
Just
After-
because of how... Oh, wait, sorry, who was that addressed to?
Everyone.
Yeah. Aurora, you go first.
I was gonna say, after the way that floor would have been creaking, Aurora is gonna wait for a signal from Sonder before moving forward.
I was gonna say, considering my height and my build, I want to say that it should be about, like, 110, maybe?
Okay.
You gotta add your equipment on to that as well.
So your armor, your weapons,
I don't wear armor.
or weapons, backpack, any equipment.
Because if it can hold Saunders' weight, with his equipment, he's 346 pounds. So
If we add in all of Aurora's, she's like 290.
oh yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, so Sonder will just very tentatively, like, I think it's okay. Just be careful where you step.
At the bottom, mine says 186.5, so I guess we'll... Doesn't be alright though, 'cause that's 12 there.
Okay.
I think she's like 150 with her gear or something.
Okay. In that case, people start to begin to make their way into the room, or they're still hovering in the hallway. I'll let you decide exactly where you are next week, as we will start with the investigation of this room. And maybe someone will notice that the spider webs are moving behind you.
Ah, great.